Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Robocop set. This is the battle damage Robocop with the chair. I've been anticipating this one for a long time. Really like Robocop, and this is definitely one accessories that I am happy that Neca decided to give us, and it's a fantastic looking set, and let's get into it. Alright, and here's battle damage Robocop, and it's very bloody, and well, not bloody, just dirty. You can see he looks quite nice. I mean, for what it is nice. But if you're comparing it to Mafex, this is not that great. And here's the Peter Weller head sculpt, the Alex Murphy head sculpt. Likeness, it's okay, not great, but decent. And then we have the spike, the data spike hand for Robocop. And let's get another look at the body. And here's the backside of Robocop. Okay, and I'm not sure, but I think they improved on the metallic paint for Robocop. It is quite nice though. It is some sort of a metallic, almost reflective paint. It's a matte finish paint, but yeah, it looks quite nice. Alright, so let us get a closer look at Robocop head sculpt. And here you can see the battle damage look. Quite excessive battle damage look. You can't see his eye. You can't see his eye though. And let's get a look at that. Not bad. I think a little touch up might look better. Just some of the gashes. You could probably add some paint in there or something, just to bring out the detail a little bit more. This is a little sloppy right there. I don't like that, but some I think you could work on it and be able to get it to look really good. And oh, even the torso has some damage over here. Look at that. Then the legs, and this one does not have the opening compartment on the thigh, so don't expect to put away this weapon here into his thigh. So there's the rest of him, and let me see. After this, I'll show articulation really quick. Alright, you know what? I am gonna go over articulation. Alright, as far as articulation, head is on a ball joint, is on the base of the neck here. You know what? Pop this head off. Yeah. So don't pop it off earlier, and put in the Peter Weller head sculpt. Okay, right there. Looks quite nice. I don't know, but the paint doesn't match. I want it to match a little bit. Right now this is very blue, but the rest of his armor is silver. If they added some blue onto the armor itself, they will match up with the head a little bit better. But right now this is very blue, this is very silver. So yeah, even the neck, look at how different it is, the color wise. But the head sculpt, yeah, it's not bad actually. The head sculpt is not bad. It's quite nice. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit, show you guys articulation. And then as for the arms, it goes in and out, and swings up and down. It could go 360, but that's about it. Not a whole lot. There's no bicep rotation. I mean, I'm not gonna complain because in the film he has very limited movement anyway, so you're not gonna get him to do dynamic poses anyway. And elbows could bend almost 90 degrees, and then the wrist does swivel right there. that's about it. It is pegged in. It would have been nice if they used a ball joint here instead of a swivel joint, because in the film, yeah, you do see him move the arm here, and this does get out of place. So I would have liked it better if they put a ball joint here, so you could actually get this section to come out a little bit, just to so it looks more like the actual film version of it. And then torso, let's see, this one has a joint. It is a ball joint, I would imagine, but very limited as far as movement. Swivel waist, that's about it. And then the legs are on some sort of a swivel. No, it's actually on a ball joint, I believe, but it is very limited due to the way the suit is designed, and it's got a cut. I mean, it's got this section right here, so it really limits his mobility for him to even sit down. So in the film, I think he was able to sit down, but we rarely saw this portion of him when he was sitting, so I'm not quite sure how it looks in film, but maybe I should rewatch that film just so I could reference it. But if he's sitting down, he will look like this. It's very awkward, but understandable, because in the film he was very limited anyway. So as far as knees, could bend about 90 degrees. In the ankle, there's a hinge joint, and the piston does work with it. You can see, and there's no toes articulation or anything. So yeah, quite limited as far as range of motion, but understandable, because the film, he was very limited as well. So yeah, that is Robocop. So let me show you the chair. Alright, and here's the chair, and then we have these monitors here for his vitals, and then here's another monitor right here to show him sitting, resting, sleeping, and then here's the chair and the back. This thing does slide up and down, which is nice. I like that. And then the armrest could actually go in and out too. You can see it's actually on a track. Same on this side, it's on a track, and you could slide this thing in and out, back and forth. So that's nice. I like that. So yeah. But the only thing I wish they did was this one right here. There should be a joint right here, a rotation joint for the chair to go to move back and forth, but it doesn't. They didn't add that joint in here, which is a little disappointing, but it's alright. And I believe this one can swivel. Yes, there's a hinge right here, and then there's a hinge underneath the monitor as well. And then if we look at it from the back, this monitor has a hinge as well, another hinge over here as well. And let's see, what else? I think there's another thing. No, I think that's about it. And here's the side of it, the chair. Yeah, I think that's everything. All the articulation parts for this chair. Is this? Oh, this is supposed to move up and down. Let me see if this could move up. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to see if this can move up and down. Alright, that is awesome. This piece can move up and down, which is nice. Right there, slice up and down. Way to go, Neca, for creating that. They did quite well on this chair here, and there's wires running through it. There's running through the back here, and all the way into the chair, up to the monitors. Yeah, so quite good. They did a fantastic job with the chair. And one thing that happened to mine, one of the axle is missing. The wheel is still there. I just didn't put it on yet. Probably gonna use a toothpick or something just to use it as an axle for the wheel. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And you can see there are wheels on all fours, and they do work. But yeah, the chair is fantastic. Alright, and here's what Robocop looks like sitting in the chair. And oh, the chair itself can rotate too. It can swivel. a little bit, so that's good. And I really like the handles, the fact that they can move, so I can situate the figure in there before I pull the armrest out a little bit, and then I can readjust the base to where his feet are, so we can plant them nicely. So there's Robocop. Let me turn his head over a little bit so he's not looking away. Okay, so there we have Robocop resting. I didn't put the helmeted head back on, but you get the idea. The monitors, the chair, Robocop himself. Really nice set. Totally worth getting. If you're a Robocop fan, I say get it. Get this one, because it comes with a chair. The chair is just so good. So nice. I'm just happy that a company like Neca decided to give us the chair. The other chair I have is from Hot Toys, and that one is really nice too, but that one's costs a lot of money. This one does not. This is, I think, this set is about $70, which is quite a good price if you think about it, because there's a lot of stuff, here for the chair. They did a lot of stuff. There's a lot of parts and engineering with this. I'm sure it took a long time to develop this chair. But yeah, look at that. Robocop resting. So, of course, after showing you guys what Robocop would look like in the chair, I have to show you guys the Mafex version of Robocop, see if he would fit in this chair. Alright, then here's what the Mafex Robocop looks like while sitting in the chair. I think he fits in quite nicely too, to be honest. The legs might be a little short. It feels a little short to me when he's sitting down, but this one is at a actual sitting position, and the thigh is not at a 45-degree angle either, so the thigh is not pointing at a 45-degree outward angle, and the legs are planted quite nicely, but I have to put the footrest all the way up for him to reach it. So yeah, he's a little short that way, but the top half portion I think looks perfect. And from the side you can see he's planted quite nicely. Everything looks good, but again, the legs does look kind of short. It looks quite floaty. The back, it is planted right there, but just the legs looks a little short for Robocop. But top portion looks perfect. Looks quite well. Fits quite well, and even the pin could almost attach to the back of his head, so that's nice. So for photos, I think this one might look better because he is planted more naturally in this chair than the Neca version. However, the chair does look a little big on him. Does look a little big in overall scheme of things. If you pull it back a little bit, you can kind of see he is a little small, but it's doable. If you want him, if you want to get this chair just for your Mafex Robocop, he will fit, but just not as impressive. Well, I wouldn't say not as impressive. It's just this one sits more naturally, but just a tiny bit smaller, that's all. And here's a size comparison between the two Robocops. There we go. There's the Mafex one on the left, of course, and then the Neca one is on the right. And if you compare the two, you can clearly see the body proportion is different. The difference between the two. To me, I think the Mafex one does look better as far as body proportion wise, and the helmet is nicer too. It's not as pointy. This one for some reason looks very pointy to me, and it's very narrow. This one looks more like how he looked in the film. You can see weathering is not as dramatic as the Neca one, and the paint job is just as good. Both of them are just as good. It's got I think the Neca one got that purpley metallic look to it too. It's got that going for him too. For them, so this one does look really nice as far as the paint job. I mean the silver part of it. The weathering not so much. Yeah, it's just the chest. This section is just a little over the top here, but everywhere else seems okay. But I think I will end up adding a little bit more to it just to make those gashes stand out a little bit more. But overall, still a very impressive figure. But of course, the Mafex one is going to set you back $100 or so, while this one you get $70. You get the figure and the chair, so it's a no-brainer if you're deciding which to get. But Robocop himself, the Mafex one does look better. So at the end of the day, is this set worth getting? Hell yeah. This is a really good set. You definitely get your money's worth. Value-wise, is over the top there, because you're getting a chair and a Robocop for $70, maybe even less. And I think it's totally worth it, and highly recommend this set. And yeah, there's nothing more to say. You know what? Let me do a measurement on him. I'm not going to compare him to anyone else, because Neca is different than a lot of the other scale as well. So he is about 6.75 inches in height. So yeah, it's a good size figure. It's definitely not 1/12 scale. It's more like a 1/10 scale. So yeah. So there you go. There's Robocop from Neca. Thanks for watching.